Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
I don't need to. I don't need to. Attack, attack. Hey, 57 colors.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create a you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Kamara. Taken down at the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarterback position, but they expect impact from him, and they should get it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him at the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Lawrence now off the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here we go with Kamara. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever. Who calls a
that?
first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a first down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
They work now on 2nd and 9. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
15.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Gets around him. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
second and goal from the 6 this time. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. No gain on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Garrett Wilson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Cup beats the defense first that time. There really was a defense who could stop him the last 2 years. Only an ankle injury slowed him down, ending his 2022 season after 9 games. He was on an all-pro pace, and we expect to see the same again this year.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one incomplete. Almost picked up on a rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Now Brown. A minute 55 left to go in the 1st half of play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
15, 15.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. You're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That'll be caught. It's come. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again is Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys the lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They need 2. Here's third down. Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to Kamara. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. With it is Brown. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
Throwing now is Mahomes. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Hey, Lion,
They'll
Lion.
come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe-for-toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And it's fielded at the 34. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Easy.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Mahomes going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence. Open man right side is Kupp, complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed.
Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, 37 yards. And the Buccaneers have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get it now. Let's get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Hey, Riplet.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Yellow.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings.
Garrett Wilson,
already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Lawrence. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Kamara up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No gain that time. That leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yellow.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go. And now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Here's 1st down. A handoff now for Pacheco. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Yellow.
2nd and 6 coming up. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Yellow.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Let's go.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
30 left.
Lawrence. This pass caught by Hamler.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
They'll look to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. And they can only stop it once more. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
So Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes will throw.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that's a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because you still got overtime in your back pocket. You don't want to turn it over and give the other guys a chance for a last-second field goal. But fortunately here, that one winds up incomplete.
Mahomes. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout.
Back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial.
one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And no, it's no good. Rejected by the crossbar. What a heartbreaking finish. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.